Just stumbled across a video on YouTube by a crowd called Mind Apparent on the Trilithon in Baalbek, Lebanon. And it is such a good video that I wanted to take some clips of it and stitch them to my explanations around this amazing site. I also recommend that you go watch their full video. It's only 3 minutes and it's well worth watching. So here's the first clip now.
Let me introduce you to the Trilithons at Baalbek. 3 absolutely gigantic stones dating back to around 7000 BC that, to this day, remains as one of the most unexplainable mysteries from our ancient past.
So the Trilithon, otherwise known as the 3 stones, is part of the foundation at Baalbek.
Each one of these big bastards weighs over 800 metric tons, which translates to 1.6 million pounds each.
This foundation that was created with these giant blocks was for a much more ancient building, which no longer existed when the Romans came along.
Whoever built this ancient platform was capable of doing this 9,000 years ago. And I say whoever because we still don't know who the original builders were.
This is where I come in, because I can actually answer these questions. I know it's just based on my weird dream regressions, but my dreams have been so clear and have involved exactly this location and exactly these stones. So obviously, in my opinion, this structure, or the origins of this structure, were from the people of what we call today Atlantis, but that's not what it was called in any of my dreams. But these were the foundational stones for a small colony that survived the fall of Atlantis. You may notice that there are other similar stones in the one of the walls at the Acropolis in Athens, and they are much, much older, according to my dreams. And I have done many episodes on that particular location, which I refer to as Neath.
Now, here's the thing. What we see standing today is simply the latest in a series of temples that have been built atop this ancient platform, starting with our most recent, the Temple of Jupiter, which was built by the Romans in 100 BC. Prior to that, this was Heliopolis, a temple for Zeus built by the Greeks. Prior to that, it was the Phoenicians with their temple to Baal in the city of Baalbek. And prior to that, honestly, the list just goes on, including civilizations such as the Egyptians, Assyrians, and the Canaanites.
It's so refreshing when a YouTuber actually gets it right, in my opinion. So what I mean to say is that, yes, this place is old. It's much older than the archaeologists say it is. And this video about the site, to me, is pretty accurate. But then we get into this.
All of which seem to share the same belief that this location is where their ancient gods descended from the stars.
Ancient gods? Well, no. Ancient humans with advanced technology? Yes. Descended from the stars? Well, no. Descended maybe from the sky sometimes, because that was a great way to travel, especially when you had better technology.
How this platform got here in the first place is still very much an unsolvable mystery, which of course has led to some wild-ass theories that, believe it or not, kind of make sense. Because if we go by the accepted technological timeline established by the smart people, lifting a 1.6 million pound block 20 feet in the air should be impossible. But these mysterious bastards somehow did it, which brings us to theory number 1. The original platform and the Trilithons are remnants of a highly advanced antediluvian civilization. Shit like Atlantis. Oh. Right. If an ancient civilization that existed 9,000 years ago was capable of doing something that we ourselves couldn't do until 50 years ago, is it possible that maybe there's a little more truth to the myths than we think? A greater technology once existed.
Yes, this is what I've been trying to say in all my episodes. And, yeah, all I can say is yes.